Namaskar, welcome to Bharat Blissful Wisdom. In this video, let us try to understand the basics of Vedas and what Vedas are, when, where and how Vedas are originated. Vedas are the most ancient literary work on the planet Earth. Vedas are the source of complete knowledge of science and technology for both material world and spiritual world. Vedas are the foundation on which the mighty and perpetual Indian socio-economic and cultural civilization is built. The Indian culture of today, which is amazing, which is highly admired, has its origin in Vedas. Remember, the economic and political system of India is developed on the principles of Vedas. Vedas are the greatest source of knowledge for man's spiritual and material progress. An individual born in Sanatana Dharma starts his life with Vedas, ends with Vedas. A simple routine ritual to highest state of meditation for the ultimate enlightenment, all are in Vedas only. When and where Vedas originated, who wrote Vedas? Vedas are not written by any author, they were revealed to rishis who were in a higher plane which was beyond the physical world. They were revealed to them when the cosmic consciousness in them, that is their Atma, was in communion with the universal cosmic consciousness called Paramatma. That state fills the man with intuition and bliss, and all these rishis, they work from that source. Great mysteries were revealed to them, great science and wonderful technologies opened pages in their intuitive state. Whatever is needed was appeared to them, and those rishis guided the then human race with the help of these revelations, and they called them Vedas, means knowledge, that is all, nothing else. According to them, Veda means knowledge or learn, know, that is all. Thus, when there is no author, no one can claim authority over it because they are from the universal consciousness. Okay, when it happened, long centuries ago, during that time period which modern human intellect may not be able to comprehend, may not be able to calculate, during that remote period, Vedas were guiding human race. It is strongly and firmly believed that Vedas are eternal, without beginning, and has no human authority over them. Seers of ancient India had plenty of time to spare for investigation into the mysteries of nature, mysteries of life and death, and the state of mind, etc. The greatest discovery of those rishis was the power of controlled and regulated mind that can take man to the higher planes where man can live in his intuition and bliss. Using that power, they were able to investigate into the great mysteries and discovered wonderful truths in the nature and also about man's birth, death, and beyond all these things, they were able to discover the ultimate destiny of man, for which man takes birth, that is enlightenment. In the process of their experimental investigation, they experienced several magical wonders of the inner world and finally achieved the ultimate communion with cosmic consciousness. They shared the wonderful spiritual experiences of their own experience to the next generations to facilitate them in their spiritual journey, and later all these experiences were composed in the form of aphorisms called Vedic literature. To discourage less matured persons to experiment with these principles, rishis recorded them in cryptographic language. Thus, the entire Vedic literature gives different connotations to different seekers according to their spiritual maturity. Now, another important one, please, this is very important, try to understand, listen carefully. The basic principle one needs to understand is that only after satisfying the basic needs, wants, comforts, luxuries also. Then only man turns to spirituality, not when they are underdeveloped. Thus, around 1 lakh years or more years back, people of this land reached the peak state in material enjoyment, thus turned towards investigation to the secrets of man's life called spirituality. Hare, how can you say? You may say that there is a proof. Listen, this can be proved through some of the mantras in Vedas that say that knowledge was imparted to disciples on the banks of river Saraswati. And modern studies proved that Saraswati river flowed more than 80,000 years back on this land. That is 80,000 years back itself, Vedas were taught to the disciples. Means you can understand when this culture enjoyed luxurious glory, that I am leaving to you to think about it. That's all in this video. May Vedamata bless all of us very, very rich.